Welcome to the Kinky podcast, where we give you your weekly dosage of nasty, freaky, kinky conversation and relationship too. Here's our host. It's your girl, Chase, the C. Hayes. How you say it alongside flavor stays in your mouth. I'd be mad if you gave this slaughterhouse of a dick to another bitch. Yes, I would be very upset.
Y'all, it's your girl, Royal, no tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen. You see the headline. When I say it was a wet spot, I mean it was a wet spot. Like, it was like all encompassing the entire bed or whatever, almost.
And your boy Hubdusa, as they say, giving it to you from the front and the back. Nobody asked you what you like or what you feel works better. I said what works for me.
It's time to start the show. Let's get kinky. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up to all my bitches and hoes and friends and foes. It's another great, wonderful week of the Kinky podcast. It's been a long time. We missed you. It's your girl, Chase, C. Hayes, no matter how you say it, long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Royal, no tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen.
It's your boy, Hubdusa, a.k.a. Mr. Aftercare himself, here giving it to you from the front and the back.
Not Mr. Aftercare himself. Wait a minute.
Mr. Aftercare himself. Wow. Wow. This is crazy.
Sorry, then.
This guy, he wants to be the star. So, we're going to let him. We're going to let him be.
Right.
You know?
Oh, God. Don't.
Okay.
Please don't. Please
Hey,
don't.
if you like staying in aftercare, that is you, baby.
I like talking to people.
I love
that's
popping in, randomly shaking up the scene.
And then leaving the fuck out.
Very quick.
You're doing better than me because I used to be able to be in there and now I can't. Because
It's
that
just
4 a.m. wake up call.
There's too much ADD, CDD, CIA, Law and Order going on in there at the same time. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And my brain can't handle
process.
how it doesn't even branch off. It just is different compartments of conversations trying to come together. But join our Discord at Kinky podcast if you like. We do share a whole lot of links, pictures, topics, and all those things in between. How was everybody's week? How was you guys' Valentine's these daisies?
It was cool. So I kind of make holidays a big deal around here for my kids. Like, this is the first year for my kids that I did something for Valentine's Day. Like, I bought everybody, including Hubdusa, I bought them, smell goods from Bath and Body Works. I bought stuffed animals. I bought chocolates. I gave people flowers. Like, I did the most for everybody this. Yeah, I gave my
bitch.
I gave my Hufflepuff honey his own, very own Squishmallow, and I found out this was his first time getting a stuffed animal, which I feel like it's kind of bad form for me because we've been together for 10 years, and this is the first time I bought him a stuffed animal. But like, I think this is the first time I actually realized that maybe he might want one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, I got it, and he seems to be enjoying it. He keeps it with him every day, so good job for me.
He be down, Puffy be down here gaming with me.
Okay.
Oh,
That's cute.
It's cute, right? So no, it was cool. Like, we ordered pizza, we watched movies, did a whole little family Valentine's Day type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
How was your Valentine's Day, ma'am? What you do?
I was waiting for Hubdusa to say his portion. I mean, I heard what you did. I want to see what he had, what he was getting into.
I got her some perfume that weekend. That's the best I can get her.
He did give me some perfume that weekend. It smells so good, and I wear it like every single day. So you know what it was? You know the shit that you see on TikTok Shop, the Lattafa, the Yara perfume.
Mm-hmm.
So we just happened to be in, where were we at? Potomac Mills. We happened to be in Potomac Mills Mall, and I saw the package, and I was like, "Is that?" Because I have been meaning to get it because my daughter bought some, and the guy had all of the different scents or whatever. So I was like, "Okay, I need to smell all of them. I need to see which one I like the most." Because the pink one smells good, but the white one was for me. So yeah, that's the one I got.
Thank you, Ma.
It was nice. Thank you, me. It's me. Did you say that?
Me, Ma.
It's
sorry. Me too. Also, they actually did have a men's scent too.
Yeah, the Assad. But the Assad isn't for me. It's for you. So
I know. I'm just saying. You know, we do have men watchers. You know, just saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Chase, you gonna answer the question? How was your Valentine's Day, man? What'd you do?
I worked, and my mom got me some Skittles in a card, and I picked up my sister from the airport. So that was my Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Aww.
No, that sucks. I was thinking like you would have done like a Galentine's Day or something like that.
No.
Because when I was sick, and I was about to say when I was sick, when I was single, me and my friends, and actually this was really bad because I had a guy who wanted to take me out for Valentine's Day, and I left him behind to go chill with my friends for Valentine's Day. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, we used to do like Valentine's Day and shit. Like we would.
Were you dating the guy at the time?
I was not dating him, but he wanted to date me. Does that make sense? Like,
but you weren't interested.
I was not interested. He was really nice. So, like he would open. First of all, I was young. Okay, we talking about like 20 years ago. Okay,
what I was going to say was, it's a good thing you didn't do it. You'd have set the wrong expectations if you went out with him.
Exactly, because when I tell you he was a really sweet guy, but it just wasn't for me. And I think it was because he was too sweet at the time, and I was still at that age where I was looking for somebody that was a little rough around the edges. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, he was the open the door for you type of person, and all of that great stuff. And I just wasn't feeling it back then. So yeah, long story short, me and my friends used to do like Valentine's Day stuff. So we'd go out, we would hang and stuff. You know, do righteous shit or whatever, just chill. Like we would make fun of the day because, you know, it wasn't for us because we were single.
And why you say it's the worst holiday for polys? Just genocide circus. I mean, the more people you love, the more you can have Valentine's. I don't know.
It depends on the type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the relationship. If you are in like a triad or something like that, then you could, you know, 2-for-1 special it type of thing. He was not hitting them switches for me, Rico. No, he was not.
Man, I haven't heard that term in so long.
But yeah, like it depends on the relationship, I think, with polyamorous couples, because, you know, I guess essentially it can be hard for you to divvy up your time between the people that you're dating, especially when it comes to holidays like Valentine's Day. If everybody is comfortable with everybody, if, you know, in triad situations where everybody's in a relationship with everybody, then you can all go out together. I mean, I guess it just really depends on what your dynamic is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I'm
Get off the phone right now. I see you looking at
I'm trying to post it so people could come in here. So there's
all right. Well, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I was somebody's Valentine's, but it wasn't really.
Hey, Dream.
It was like a virtual Valentine's.
A virtual Valentine's. Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, was it a side nigga 15th? Was it? I'm just saying.
No, it was.
This.
I don't really like. I think I've only experienced max 2 like Valentine's.
What's up, Joe?
Like, well, okay, I'll say this. I've experienced 1 actual getting together Valentine thing, and it was like in college where my ex couldn't come up for that weekend, so he came up the following weekend, and we had like a nice little Valentine thing. I tried to do frozen chocolate covered strawberries. My dumb ass put the liquid, like the Hershey chocolate bottle, on top of strawberries and then put them in my freezer, like as if they wouldn't freeze. Okay, so there was that dumbass decision there. And then I bought a bag of you know, the Bertolli frozen ready eat, you just heat it up in a skillet.
Yeah.
So I went to the dorm that was next to me, heated it up on a stove, okay, brought it back. It was like, here's our little romantic dinner, okay. And then because I lived in a dorm room that had its own bathroom or whatever, I was like, oh, I have to like go to the bathroom or whatever. And then I was in the bathroom. I told him to take a chair in the middle of the room because this literally was just like, you had this much room. You had this much room. Like you walked in the door, this. And then it opened up like this much. So you didn't have much space. but I had told him to take the chair and face it towards the bathroom door. I put my little laptop in the toilet and I played off of YouTube Dance for You by Beyonce. And I came out with like a nice black thong and a little bra and some heels. And I tried to do a little something with a little head twirl or whatever. When you don't have space on each side of the bed and you're trying to do a number, it's not a good look. It just was like, it was a low key, high key embarrassing. It was like some shit I probably just wouldn't do again. It just was very fucking embarrassing. But I mean, at the end of the night, he licked up some chocolate and ate this coochie. So I guess we had a good night. It was cool. Other than that, my second one, I just pulled up to somebody's house. He's like, "Oh, happy Valentine's Day." I was like, "Oh, you know how you're like, when you try to make something bigger than what it is because you're like, I don't get this, so let me like really live it up." And
like, oh yeah,
I got me a candle with my favorite scent. Like I love men's cologne, so it was like a cedar musk type of candle, which I love. And I got him like some shit from CVS. It was like one of those mini pool table.
All gifts should be personalized.
Oh, whatever. And so, yeah, but that's I made it bigger than what it was, to be honest. But that was it. So I have not experienced your typical Valentine's thing, which is fine. Like I don't want to be one of those people like Valentine's Day is every day. Blah blah blah. Yeah, of course, bitch. You love each other every fucking day. But I mean, Christmas happens once a year, but you don't see hoes just Christmas gifting all the goddamn time. Do you know? Like it's just like the particular time of the year that you do it. July 4th comes once a year, but you don't see bitches firecracking and twirling flags around all damn year. So, you just do it specifically
depending where you live at.
Depending on where you live. Obviously, if you live in the redneck asses of Texas, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, typically, like you just kind of enjoy this particular day.
Not the premium content Valentine's.
And it is for couples. It is for couples.
You trying to say it was the Dollar Tree Valentine?
It is. So here's it is for couples. Not only females get treated for Valentine's Day, males also get, and I get treated for Valentine's Day.
Oh, she froze.
So, enjoy yourselves. And sex is not a gift. Oh, let's do something else. Your pussy is not a gift, bitch. Stop putting lace on it and call it a gift. Okay? So, just because you put a ribbon on your little garter belt does not mean that it's a gift. Okay, so let's just.
We got Chubbly in here.
Hey.
Yeah. So let's just have fun and enjoy each other.
Take the Texas name in vain.
Oh Lord. So look, here's the thing, right? And this could be like an unpopular opinion, but we don't often do Valentine's Day because it's kind of commercialized. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do something nice for my husband, but it's like, okay, well, we can't go out to eat because all these motherfuckers gonna be in the restaurants. Like, they never took their significant other out to eat. We can't, you know what I'm saying, like go out eating anywhere nice because the streets are gonna be filled. She is not a gift.
But that's just like Mother's Day. Like it's like saying that's commercialized. It's like saying Mother's Day is commercialized, Father's Day is commercialized. Like you love your mother and your father every day.
You don't take your father on Father's Day.
I'm just saying you love your mother and your father, hopefully, every day. You show your gratitude to them, hopefully, every day in some form. Like you have this relationship with them, like it's a given, right? So if you have that relationship, right? Mm-hmm. But there's Mother's Day and Father's Day to just honor them on that day, like just to give them that little special day of appreciation. Like that's just what it is. So I don't know why people look at Valentine's Day as this like big gimmick when literally every holiday is that. Like you eat with your family every motherfucking day, right? If you can. But Thanksgiving, bitches is bringing out turkeys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it's
Dream said it. Father's Day don't get celebrated. Father's Day got cooked for themselves.
That is bullshit because, nigga, I was on the grill for y'all last year, okay? And I don't grill, okay? My freaking skin is melting off from being over the flames and y'all niggas eating good, sitting at the table eating crabs and shit. I don't want to hear that, okay? Sorry.
I will say, commercially wise, yes, Mother's Day gets pushed a month and a half out further than what Father's Day gets pushed. Father's Day gets pushed, like, you know, Mother's Day and Father's Day are only 3 weeks apart. So, like, Mother's Day, you're getting commercials back in like mid-March about Mother's Day. And then when it comes to Father's Day, you're getting literally the commercial starting the week after Mother's Day.
Right.
Like, so I get it. Like, they definitely don't be showing the love for fathers on Father's Day. I totally understand that. Like, that is the one that you kind of want to like make sure, you know, like they get some love, you know.
Right.
Like, I started giving out cards to my uncles. Like, I was giving cards to my aunts for Mother's Day. Like, oh, happy Mother's Day, auntie, happy Mother's Day.
That's because y'all are conditioned for the shit, Dream. Okay,
I was trying to give like cards for my uncles for Father's Day, and then I was like, y'all niggas got kids. Where am I giving you Mother's Day and Father's Day kids? And y'all ain't no. I got my mother. Fuck y'all. Y'all just
wow.
I honestly thought about that. Like, I would do it for my grandmother, obvious reasons.
Softness all up in the skin in the forearms, okay?
But like my aunt and I'm like, y'all niggas got kids. I only give to who is the product of me being here. So my grandmother, obviously, and my mother. Now I give it to my sister just because it's my sister, and obviously without her, I would have my nieces and nephews. But like, fuck y'all. Hey, you know, fucking, you know what I'm saying, Mother's Day gift for me. You ain't birthed me. Listen, if you didn't exist, I still would be here. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen, so it's I feel like Mother's Day and Father's Day. So it's not. I'm not saying that it's just reserved for the people that birth you.
I swear, really, however, Rico.
Oh my gosh! All right, Rico, sit down. I can't with you. However, what I would say is this: for special mothers in my life, I will get gifts. For like my sister and, you know, my friends that are really close to me and stuff like that, like saying, I know, I see you, I see your struggle that you've gone through as a mother. I've seen you bring your kids up. You're doing a wonderful job. Here's this, you know, whatever I decided to get you on Mother's Day. But for everybody else, you're getting a happy Mother's Day from me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like happy Mother's Day. You get an acknowledgement, and then, you know, that's it.
But he, you know.
Wait. I don't give my husband anything because he's not my father. Ma'am. I get my husband something because he is the father to my children, and I recognize that, you know, like men, he's also, so when I say he's the father to my children, he's my kid's stepdad. And for a man to step into the role of father figure for somebody else's children, that's a big deal for me. So, you know, I get him something. I give him some recognition and say, hey, I see you. I appreciate you. That type of thing. Okay, so something else Chumbly said I wanted to say is that she and her husband celebrate Valentine's Day in place of Christmas. So what does that mean? What does that mean, Chumbly? Like, so do you guys, like, instead of celebrating Christmas, you do Valentine's Day big and you do it like Christmas for each other? So I just, you know, what's the no, as you should, because your kids aren't old. Yeah, up true. Facts.
Our kids are grown. Don't get it twisted.
They're grown.
Grown-ish. That better?
They're teenagers. It's different. But yeah. So Chumbly, if you could answer that question for us in the chat, I would appreciate it. Just because I'm curious, just because I want to know. Mm-hmm. All right, Shay, you want to hit us off with the first one?
You don't give your husband nothing for Father's Day?
Okay, so we do Christmas for our kids and Valentine's. Okay, that makes sense. So you have it in your mind already that you're not getting anything for him because in February that's y'all day. Nope.
I don't know. I feel like I would have to give some reference to the fathers of my children and vice versa, because literally without either of us, they wouldn't be who they. Not that they wouldn't exist, but they wouldn't be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have had these kids with any other motherfucker. But with you, these is my babies.
Mm-hmm.
My babies.
These is my babies. Okay. Anyways, so what'd you say, girl? Oh.
You a mess.
Expect him to get me anything either. That's true. If you guys have it pulled up together that way.
It depends. Listen, marriage don't look the same for everybody. So
exactly the moon, though.
It depends on what works for them, and if this is something that works for them, then that is what it is.
If I have the accessibility to some extra funds, I make sure to always get my wife something. But when I'm tapped, I'm tapped. I can't do nothing.
I think that's everybody. I think that's everything.
What's up, Haunter?
So we have benefits of being a side piece. So of course, everybody's doing that video. I'm a this, of course, so and so and so and so and so. I'm a this, of course, blah 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 blah. So there is a person who made like of course, like I'm a side dude. Of course, I don't have to handle all the stress and the attitudes and stuff like that.
I love him. I'm sorry, I love him. I don't know if y'all follow his content, but he's hilarious.
Hold on, give me a second. I can put it up there.
Hey, Manina.
I had to get it first. Look here.
Of course we fuck raw. We love each other. I'm her side.
Hey, stop.
Sir, why did you get it together, Mr. Mr. Aftercare?
Why is it not wondering why it's not playing through here?
It is. We're literally watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't playing for me. I couldn't hear anything.
Hey, I'm her side dude. Of course, I want y'all to stay together. Who else money we gonna spend? I'm her side dude. Of course, my number is saved as Fashion Nova. I send all the promotions. I'm her side dude. Of course, we met at her job. She don't go nowhere else. I'm her side dude. Of course, our dates are out west bumbafuck, so we don't run into you or your peoples. I'm her side dude. Of course, your second child don't look like you. That's my baby. I'm her side dude. Getting head is a part of sex. I'm her side dude. Of course, our homegirls cover for us when we out. I'm her side dude. Of course, we have sex when she on her period. She told me you don't do it. Now we got a soul tie. She's never getting rid of me. I'm her side dude. Of course, we call to see how far away you are. I'm her side dude. Of course, I coach her on how to gaslight you into thinking nothing's going on. I'm her side dude. Of course, if you catch us together, I'ma act gay. I'm her side dude. Of course, we got married at work. We didn't jump the broom. We jumped the stapler. I'm her side dude. Of course, I fake like I want y'all to break up.
Okay, let's stop the video.
That's a part of the fantasy. I'm her side dude. Of course, she.
Just video. Just stop it. Stop it.
What was he watching it or something? I'm sorry. I don't know what was happening.
Just stop it. Anyways,
it's fine. Either way, I'm sure everybody gets the gist. So,
but yeah, is there benefits on being a side piece? Is there anything that I don't know? Like, is there any benefits that you get? Like, the benefits to not getting yelled at, cussed out, this, that, and the third, because all you're doing is there to supply some D and some P?
Not having the personal responsibility of having to, I don't know, like not having personal responsibility in a relationship, I guess. Like basically, I'm just here for one reason and I have supplied that reason, and your emotional well-being is not my responsibility. That type of thing. But it's kind of fucked up to say, but I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Being a side piece really isn't like it's not really I don't want to be nobody's, like, I want to sound like somebody's macaroni and cheese. I don't want to be it. I don't want to be mashed potatoes or corn and rice or nothing like that. Like, I want to be.
I don't want to be
the main course. I want to be the rotisserie chicken spread open and ready to get devoured. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the main attraction. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, so, I mean, of course. Like, I think that's the purpose for us is to be the main, but not the side. But if you were the side, what are the benefits of being the side?
I don't see any benefits. I truly don't see the benefit. The only beneficial thing I'm getting is like dick, but I'm getting like careless dick. Like, because at the end of the day, I'm not getting non-kissed, non-ate out lips. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting non-sucked on already dick. Like, I'm just thinking about this. Like, to me, being a side piece means I basically took a lollipop out of his girl's mouth and put it directly in mine. That's how I feel a side piece is. It's like, I don't care if you took a shower in between or if, like, I'm getting sloppy seconds. So to me, there's no benefit. Like, it's just, there's nothing beneficial to it. Like, because like homie said, of course we gotta go different towns and different this and different that just to go do stuff. Of course, we do this with whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's craziness.
It's a lot of work.
Nah. Like, I remember, I don't think I was a side piece. I definitely was a side piece, and I just lied to myself. But I remember homie was like, "Oh yeah, you and Shorty go to the nail salon," and I was like, "Now I gotta stop going to the nail salon," and I never went back. Now I gotta stop because one, I can't fight, and two, I'm not finna scrap over no nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah.
If you allow him to do what you do, and you know that I'm here, that's you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have no attachment to this man. Like, he ain't in my house every day. He ain't seeing me every day. He ain't with every day. He's with, that's you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can go on without his presence and I'm cool. You can't say the same. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the only benefit is like, you have to deal with his cheating bullshit ass shit. I don't. That's not something that I'm personally attached to.
Right. You feel me? But that's a benefit.
That is a benefit. Like, I just don't. I wouldn't want to, like, me when I was a side chick, and I will tell you, I was a side chick for many years through different bitches, and it was complicated. But I technically was the main bitch. We're not going to get into that. I would say that it wasn't tough. It just was annoying because my time was condensed. I am too awesome, but I was a dumb bitch at one point in my life. Thank God for growing up, you know. It was too much because it's like, oh, I gotta be up in the morning to go do so and so and so. Oh, she's gonna be worried. So and so and so. Oh, she just gave me a call. Can you come drop me back at the crib? Or I gotta leave because, like, it's like I couldn't get my full time when I wanted that time because your time was given to someone else that you didn't want to get in trouble with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I come and I slide through 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I slide through, in the car, she don't feel you next to her bed. Oh, where you at? I'll be right here. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't get that freedom just to be. And I don't understand how people can have side pieces because, like, just be single and talk to niggas and talk to bitches. That's because at the end of the day,
that's it. Because honestly, it's too much. I feel like it's too much to have to worry about. I already got to worry about one man. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I find out. And Chumley made a good point. Is that
exactly, Chumley,
mad at the wrong person? We get mad at her instead of getting mad at the person that's cheating. Which is honestly, I don't know why we do that as women. It's like you mad at the woman for trying to take the man that you have, but is he really yours if he out there trying to deal with other people anyway? Just saying. But shit, what was I about to say? It made me lose my train of thought. God damn it.
No, but Chumley is definitely right. Like, you're going to get in your feelings, and now you're sitting here looking stupid, you know, because you're not. Because just because you're a side piece doesn't mean you don't have feelings either.
Right.
And side pieces always want to act like they don't have a feeling towards it. Like, always want to act like, okay, go ahead, do what you do, because you don't get the brunt of anything, right? But you still get upset because that's some bomb ass pussy, a palm ass dick just walking out the door, going to somebody that you feel like they're wasting it on, and it should be you,
right?
Type shit. But then let's just say you get them, and you see what that person had to deal with. Now you don't want them, and now you got another side nigga or side bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's a stupid ass circle of a merry-go-round for no reason. Like, I just feel like if you want to just do your thing, be single and just
be single,
or just fuck. Like, just do that. But if you,
that was what I was getting ready to say. I was going to say that
if you find a person that you like, do it.
If you're gonna do the shit, then just be single and do it. If you feel like you need to step outside your relationship, you don't need to be in one. Period. Like, I mean, and honestly, for me, it's too much to have to juggle. Like, for example, if I had to decide anything, or if I had another relationship, or whatever the case may be, it's too much for me to juggle. You understand?
Somebody gonna be mad.
Listen, somebody gonna be mad, and it ain't gonna be me. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's it. So I already got my kids, I got my husband. Then you want me to care about you and your feelings and the shit that you go through on your day to day, and I do not have the bandwidth, sir.
Between your job, school, the family, your husband.
I ain't got nothing. I don't got nothing.
You're like, I'm done.
Goodbye.
Bitch, I be just getting tired to the niggas I talk to.
Listen,
I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like I have to have like dedicated time for any person, or one person is more important than the other, or whatever the case may have you. It's just like, even just dating and just talking to people, for me, literally is a lot. That's why I be telling people, everybody like, kids, you full of street. I be saying it. I am really not that bitch. I am not a street made hoe. I'm not. I'm really, put me in a corner, tell me I'm barefoot and pregnant, put an apron on my belly, and I will have a great day while doing it. Like, I'm just like, it's exhausting. I really would like to know how y'all have the Olympic gold medals in cheating and having side pieces. Because I get tired, and mind you, none of the people I talk to live in my damn state. So that means I don't even have to physically see nobody, and I'm tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making sure this person gets this time, this person gets this time, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things, and handling so many different emotions at the same time. Like, I love all my booze, but it's just one of those, like, it's tiring.
She ain't got space, but then gonna say I love all my booze.
I do. I do. Because you know what? The thing about it is, I will say, being a single woman in her 30s, woo! You kind of get to have this moment of openness with people and like really tell them what it is and what it could be. And if you tell a person, hey, yeah, you cool, but we just don't fit, and that's okay. You can do that, because in hopes both of you are two grown full ass adults and are able to say to each other, like, you know, it's cool, we can stay cool, we can just move on with our lives. It just ain't hit. Like, you do this too much, I do this too much. Like, it's okay. You feel what I'm saying? You're not really worried about nobody's feelings, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself, and you just leave it at that. So that's the only good benefit. I don't want y'all to think that I'm out here and I got the juice in the squeeze, because I fucking do not. I don't. I'm telling y'all, I'll talk to somebody for 2 weeks, and the next thing you know, I'm like, damn, when's the last time I heard from you? I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened. But like I tell people all the time, like, people are like, oh, because then, you know, I've had a guy tell me, like, literally silent demons, and we get on the phone, like, I ain't want to say nothing because I know, like, people be talking to you. I'm like, yeah, people talk to me, and then next, 2 days later, I'm like, who's that? I don't know them anymore, because like the conversations didn't keep. So that's what I'm saying, like, how people deal with side pieces in a full blown, like, not even like, let's just say relationship, like you live in 2 different places. In-house, you got an in-house relationship and you're cheating? You come home. Who do you smell like? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you outside, guess what you smell like? You smell like outside. But if you've been around a person enough, guess what you end up smelling like? That person. So do y'all just turn into Fabulous and go to a perfume shop? He said, I cop her one and cop you one too. So y'all both smell like the same scent with no problem, no issue?
But that don't work, because not everybody can wear the same scent. But you know,
that's the same scent smells different on different people.
I learned that. Manina had said something like, Manina had said that she liked wearing a certain type of perfume. Oh no, she thought the smell of a perfume smelled good. I can't remember which one she said. But then when she sprayed it on herself, she said it smelled like cat pee. I don't know. That's her words, not me. Yeah, but I don't understand that perfume or cologne attaches to your skin and gives off another type of smell.
It's your body chemistry. If something doesn't go well with your body chemistry, then it's not going to smell good to you anymore. And that's the whole thing. So you could copy me and Shay is the same perfume, but it's not going to smell the same on both of us, because our body chemistry is made differently.
Versace Bright Crystal. Yeah. Now, mind you, she said that one, I wear that one. And that one, good. That one smells so good on me. Like, I mean, it smells like, like, you know what I'm saying? I got a little.
She like, yeah.
That smells like cat piss on me. Oof. But that cat piss is a strong smell. And Bright Crystal don't give that for me. But I guess, again, it depends on the person's body's chemistry.
Yeah. So that's just that's all. No harm, no foul.
I remember something.
What
do you remember?
I did find a toy this week.
Boy, be like 40 minutes into the show.
I know.
Backtracking, but put it in there for 3.5 seconds. Let's go.
Yep. Sure.
Just to show it, because I remembered it now. Because I went scrolling through some things.
7 hours later.
Yep.
I think I've seen this before.
We've seen this one before, I think.
Yeah.
where you got the inside, you got the G spot.
I think I've seen it before on Instagram 80,000 different times.
Maybe.
But here's my thing. This was my conversation about this toy. So it has a little tongue pulser thingy for the clit, right? Cool. This Weeder Patter Whacker, in the middle. This G-Spot Hercules Body Slammer. Why and who in the fuck invented this toy and said this is gonna feel great? Because I don't want something slapping my G-spot like that inside of my puss. Like that's crazy. Like there's a difference. That's why fingers are good, because you know when you're in there,
because you can
just this or you massage it. But I've never had someone's finger waggling inside that. Do you know what that feels like? That feels like somebody just put their finger in your vagina like this, wiggle. Like you're giving my pussy a wet woolly. Like that shit's stupid.
That's
like why do you have that? Like I never understood that when I watched it. Like what is that supposed to do?
I can sense the smell here. Can't stand heavy sense of any kind.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm just saying, like, come on, make it make sense. Like, when you put that inside of you, like, do you turn that on before you go inside of you? Now it's slapping, beatboxing your clit and shit while it's going inside. And then when it's inside of you, guess what you're feeling? You're like this. Like, you like, no. That's you know what that probably feels like? The gynecologist.
I was saying the same thing. I was like, that should probably feel like a speculum.
Honestly, I went to a gynecologist recently. Please make your gynecologist appointment. Okay, get
body health.
Get your pap smear. Be pap ready, miss. You know, every single time you go. But I went and she got the fresh ball coop, right? And she laid me back. She goes, scoot down. I said, do you want me to put my feet down to scoop before I put them up? And she's like, it's okay. Got me over here like, okay. I scooted. She's like, can you be like a little bit wider? And I was like, if you was my nigga. But I was like, I can't let you know that my legs just be going like that. I can't let you just be knowing I be throwing this shit big. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
I really don't think she care about that. She just
I know she don't care. But then she's like, when she went to go put the speculum in, first of all, the speculum wasn't metal. It was like almost it had like a rubber ridge thing like around it, which was definitely nice. It was better. I think it was plastic this time. And then I was like, can you please put some lube? Because I felt her feel my inner lip and it was dry as hell. Dry as fuck. I was like, this is a first. I'm scared. There's air on me. And so she was like, we can't put lube.
He said it's reading audiobook.
We can, what you call it? We warmed it up with some warm water. And I'm like, okay. So she put it in there and it felt okay. Like the warm water definitely helped. And then she gonna talk me through my swabbing. And girl, I was cracking up. She said,
but okay, can I say something right quick? She warmed it up with warm water, right?
Yeah.
Directly on the tool.
Yeah.
So it's no longer sanitized.
Well, it's warm water. Water ain't gonna hurt the pussy. It's water.
And it could be something in the water though. That's all I'm saying. But you know.
I mean, I'm sure that they make sure that there's. I mean, if I wash my pussy right before I came in there, that means my pussy is contaminated. So I mean, technically, that doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, let's just say, look, the vagina is self-cleaning anyway.
Yeah, water. I mean, water is like the best safeguard thing that you can do when you're doing a pap smear is water, because I mean, you have to, whatever. But she's like, okay, just lay back. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go brush one. Okay, you're doing wonderful. You're doing great. You're doing such a good job, right? Then she's like, here's the second one. Okay, you're doing really good. You're doing really good. Okay, now I'm gonna press on the belly. I'm like, stop looking at my cervix. It's private down there. I feel open. I don't need you looking at my nice smile spot. That is not for you to see. And then she's like, okay, you're all set. You're done. Oh my God.
Look like somebody beatboxing back there.
But also she said some shit that if it was a man doctor, it would have went down in that room. Okay. So she was giving me a breast examination, right? And I'm like, I'm just like, she got titty in hand. I'm like, yeah, girl. So like, and we was like just talking, right? So then I was like, yeah, I went to this doctor and they tried to put me on this medication. She told me this medication is going to be good for you. And I was just like, I don't think it's good for Black people, but who am I? And she was an Indian doctor, which was cool. So, so I was like, but who am I? And she stopped feeling my titty. And I looked down and then I looked up at her and she said, you're Candace. That's who you are. I almost cried in that bitch. I almost cried.
She said, "There's a bell doctor. We done locked that door."
It's me. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Lord.
Honestly, that was like the most cutest thing.
But the validation, though.
The validation of it all. Like,
right.
Girl, you are you. Fuck a PhD. You are you. You know what's right for you.
Facts. You know what's right for your body.
Yeah.
Come on, doctor.
I liked it. I appreciated her for that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, man, if y'all haven't seen, I think Royal brought this up or dropped it in our group chat.
I dropped it in the group chat. Yeah.
So, Kevin on stage, as we all know, the video exists without Kevin on stage, but it was brought to you by Kevin on stage. This man basically says that his adversity that he's overcoming while he's in it is his marriage, his 7-year length of a marriage. Okay. Oh, okay.
It's tough. How long you been married? 7 years. When I first got married,
kids?
Who by my wife?
Punch him right now. Punch him.
Let's say it that way.
He got 2 by his wife.
I'm overcoming. I'm overcoming this adversity.
You have 2 by your wife, which means you got some other ones.
I have one more.
Yo, he was just in another video, but I'll get back to that later.
In December, exceeding, excelling, and overcoming. I'm surviving it.
God,
exceeding, excelling, and overcoming.
Overcoming marriage.
Oh, most definitely.
By being a cheater.
Now, technically, you can face adversity that you call.
What happened?
Just just close it out because this man said that he is exceeding and overcoming this adversity in his life of being in a marriage, not cheating on his wife, but being in this marriage, which means he 2 years ago in his 5th year of marriage couldn't handle it, cheated, and got a pregnancy out of it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Which is fucking bonkers. And then says later on the video, the guy asked, he's like, well, say actually, technically, your wife is the one who's overcoming adversity and overcoming this and dealing with this shit. And he keeps trying to bring it back to him. He's like, no, she's taking it well, but I am going through this. And he's like, so tell me how you're trying to become a better husband. He's like, I can tell you in multiple ways, but here's one. I send her a blue heart, good morning, every day.
God.
And one day I said, you know what? I'm going to just keep adding blue hearts. I'm going to just go throughout the year, every day adding an extra blue heart to this good morning text. He's like, I got to day 21. And I said, hey, man, I can't keep up.
I can't do it.
But I did it to 21. And I said,
give me my credit. I got 21 days in. God, I hated this.
Boy, fuck you. Sorry, go ahead.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. How do you overcome adversity? How do you overcome
marriage as an adversity?
Marriage and that's your adversity that you're overcoming. I would have said if he said, I'm overcoming the fact or I'm facing through adversity that I cheated on my wife and I'm trying to work my way back up into her graces, into her loyalty, into her trust, trying to gather that my children grow up with each other. That's what I'm trying to get.
That's adversity. That's
adversity. Not the mere fact that he said it. He's like, you can't say you're working through something that you did yourself. You did this to yourself. Because technically, what he was trying to get at was the adversity of something from the outside source coming in and destroying you and you trying to overcome it. This man said, what I did to myself. That's what I'm trying to get over. That's what I'm trying to get through.
Yep. 100% agree. But like on side note, so y'all know the blue heart thing is becoming a trend on TikTok now, right? So for the opposite reason, Black women have been posting. There's one TikTok, I forgot her name. Light skin, wear glasses and a bonnet all the time. Not Kaylin, not that one, but it's another girl. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I'm just trying to see.
Not Machiavelli.
I think it's Machiavelli. It's Machiavelli. So she was like, ladies, post the blue heart in the comments if a Black man has ever wronged you in any way. And that trend is taking off. And I mean, people are like getting upset about it. And just saying that it doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous how this is happening in the community and blah blah blah. But it's just like, it's I don't know how to look at it. So on the one hand, I look at it, it's like, yeah, I've been wronged by Black men before. However, I've also been treated right by Black men at the same time. So just because I've been wronged by them doesn't mean that I've completely given up on them in general. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like each man is different. Like you can have some white men who aren't shit. You can have Spanish men who aren't shit. You know what I mean?
Men as a collective aren't shit. Like I don't think that there's any race that is more ain't shit than the other. Because trust and believe me, as many movies as we've seen, like hood movies or BET movies or Black people movies that we've seen, baby, have you watched Lifetime? Have you watched some of these white men in these movies? Honey, them motherfuckers is loco. Like, see, now a Black motherfucker, he gonna cheat on you, have a baby on you, he gonna do all this. These white ones, pop, oops, guess no more men for you. They are very quick to burn your house down. Like, these motherfuckers is psycho. Okay? That's why I'm very surprised when I see Black women go to white men. Have you seen how they act up sometimes? It's like, it gets really crazy over there. So that's what I'm saying. And they're the type of people, like, at least in the Black people community, there's two people who will stand with you and be like, yeah, he crazy. He be beating on her. I know it. Right? In the white community, and I'm just going off of media and what I've seen.
In general,
they will be like, Charles,
never.
He could never do that. He got straight A's 25 years ago in high school. There's no way that he's doing that to you.
He's a founding member of the church.
Yes, he just adopted a dog. Who adopts a dog and beats women? That doesn't make any sense. You're crazy. Like, I literally just saw a quick, like, little movie clip of a dude literally showing himself. They're both like coming aggressive, and she ran to so many people to be like, I need help. He's being abusive. He's being this, he's being that. You know who had her back? Her Black friend. She was like, you ain't in this house. You ain't coming to this house. You ain't doing this to this house. She could help her create a decoy so he couldn't get to her. Her Black friend had her back. All the rest of her, it's not, obviously. Anyway, the rest of her white friends, okay, she had a white girlfriend. She went to her house. The door rang. She goes, who's that? She goes, he said he was really sorry. I think you need to hear him out. Girl! And then the man knocked her out, almost killed her. She goes, I didn't know it was this bad.
A little late, don't you think?
You just take my word for it.
Oh, but I'm just saying, I say all that to say, not one specific race is higher, better, or good in any terms when it comes to their men or even their women. Everybody got a shitty spot.
Everybody ain't shit. Let's just leave
everybody ain't shit.
Everybody ain't
shit. Just saying, if we're going off of media, if we're going off of, okay, glad we had that conversation.
The silent conversation.
Y'all haven't seen Lifetime movies.
I've seen Lifetime movies.
Okay, so
I've seen Lifetime movies, but I also know as a survivor of DV myself that it could be any race, anybody.
It definitely is. Anytime. It definitely could be. Yeah. But I definitely feel like that there are some men who are going in the wrong hole. You know? Just like Menina said, she feels like that some men just don't like women.
Yeah.
And I feel like that they just I seen a TikTok where it was just like guys in there taking pictures with their girlfriends. They're like, but when it's with their homies, it's like,
sir, if you want to suck dick, just go do that. Like, we don't even have to do this. We don't have to have this relationship. But honestly, a lot of men, I'm not gonna say a lot because I'm not going to generalize everybody, but some men, they who have an issue with women will not readily admit that they like men or prefer to be in the company of men. And I think I think that's a toxic masculinity thing. I think it's too much for them. They won't appear masculine if they like the same sex type of thing. But like, honestly, you like to be around other men more than you like to be around women. And that don't make no sense.
I never got that. I never understood that. Or when you see a guy who's around a lot of women, they always be like, "Yo, dude, you mad sassy? Like, why you always around bitches and shit?" And I'm like, that man has probably had faux gruesome sexes. Groupsome sexes. I don't want to say orgies or threesomes or foursomes. Groupsome sexes with all them bitches in that group. Okay, he's probably hit every single one, the last one of them, and they don't say nothing to each other. They just kind of know it's quiet as cat, like type shit. Like,
oh, I had a friend like that. And he hung out with me and like a couple of other friends, and he had smashed almost everybody in the group until it got to me. And like, because the group was, it's a long story, but because one of the group members was like an older friend and saw herself as my sister, she was trying to protect me from him, kind of thing. But that was literally him. Like, he smashed his way through everybody, and everybody pretty much knew that he was smashing everybody, but was cool with it.
Okay.
It's a good pass along. Like,
it's a good pass along.
It's a good reference. Like, like, I think someone told me that they were referred. Like, I had a referral one time. Like, I had a referral. Like, me and this person didn't know that we had chatted to the same person or whatever. And I was chatting with the person currently, and they did something with them. And then they said, "Oh, yo, when I had him, it was bop, boop, boom." And then I was like, "Should I tell my business? Should I not?" And I was like, I mean, I'm gonna soon find out. Then she was like, okay, and we started comparing just like notes. So she was like, when you get him, you're gonna be happy. I said, baby, I can't wait. I can't wait. Sometimes you just gotta have referrals, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, listen, please don't think that sending emojis is saving your marriage or relationship. It's just
does that happen?
He was. I don't even know if he was trying to save his marriage, because the way he was talking, it didn't feel like he wanted to keep his marriage.
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not going to say that he didn't want to save his marriage, because to me, it's like he still wanted to be with her, but he wanted to be able to do what he wanted to do. That's what it sounded like to me. So I can't say that he wants his marriage to dissolve. And honestly, his wife is a good one, because if you have a baby on me, then that's it. We done. We done so completely.
But I also wonder if he said the child's turning 2 in December, right? Well, we don't know what December this is. This could have been like in November. You know what I'm saying? If the child was turning 2 in December, that means obviously around the 5th year of marriage, that he had some slip, right? But does that mean that was the first and only? Because if you only made it 5 years into marriage, we don't know how long they were with each other beforehand. But if you only made 5 years into marriage, I can't believe that was the first chick that you fucked in that marriage. I can't believe that. 5 years? That's it? That's all you had in you was 5? Like, grow up. Let's move over to whatever. So there was a video. How do you say, if you want to play it, is basically what I call it as a build a man workshop, where a woman basically talks about why women should not be with men who need help in being built more or need substantial help. And I also have a topic that goes with this. Go ahead.
A girl had asked, how long should you stay with someone before you give up? I feel like you should not be waiting for anyone to do anything. As two grown adults going into this.
Turn it up there.
You turn it up, son.
ourselves into. I should not be waiting for you to become a fully self-sufficient man any more than you should be waiting for me to be a fully self-sufficient woman. That reminds me of the TikTok earlier in the summer when they were like, the potential needs to already be potential. If you are actively pursuing me, you should not be actively pursuing employment, housing, healing for your mommy issue, any of those things. You need to come to me with those things already worked out, figured out, you're headed in a direction, or at least you have a good idea of what direction you're headed in. Scratch that, not an idea. You need to already be actively moving in that direction. Another reason why I feel like a woman should never wait for a man to get his shit together is because that man will literally grow to resent you. We have seen that in so many situations where the man resents the woman who really held them down. I feel like a lot of times the man resents the woman who held him down because that woman knows that he did not get to where he is today without her help. And a man, he wants to be able to take the man that you helped make him into and go be a brand new man for a brand new woman who only knows him for face value. She only knows him as the fully completed project standing in front of her, versus the woman who held you down. She knows everything that took into making you who you are and the vital role that she played in helping you get there. So a lot of men, they grow to resent you for that because they want the woman who just views them as the completed project, the man who got all his shit together. And they don't want that constant reminder of the woman who held him down that, hey, I had some part in the man that you became. So it really comes down to the fact that men want to be seen for the man that you helped make them into. They don't want to be reminded of the low level, whatever that they came from.
So I was looking at her hands and I noticed that there was a band, but I don't think it was a wedding band or a wedding ring. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to assume that she's single by T40 form or by W2 form. So her taxes are listed as single, okay, in my mind. And therefore, I always find it, once again, unless you are deeply into a deep marriage, I'm not taking any hindrance of dating or, whatever from you. But my piece before I pass it off to Habdusa, because he's a man in this portion, and therefore I think he has more intel in this than I do. Nobody wants a project. Nobody does. Either if you're building a man or building a woman, nobody wants a project. And you should be going into a relationship that you want as whole as you can be. So I definitely understand where men and women say, I'm not ready. I'm not at the place where I need to be. It's more specifically men, just because they feel like they have to be the financial backing of it. So I totally understand that, because if you feel like you're not ready and then you jump into it thinking like, I can make it through, I can blah, 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 and then you're struggling and this person's looking at you like a project, like, then it's like, see, bitch, this is what I told you, like, so like, I totally get that. But at the same time, we all grow and develop every day. We're not all where we want to be in life right now. We all still want to go somewhere and be something else. So I don't think saying that is bad. But go ahead, Habdusa, because I have something else that happened, but I totally forgot to put it in the chat. Go ahead.
As a man watching this, I felt like, what in the hell? Because let me tell you this. One day you could be a full, complete project, and something happens, and now you're at the bottom of the fucking barrel, and now you got to rebuild yourself the fuck back up.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I don't agree with her saying that most men will get rid of the woman that held him down. No, the insecure man, or the man who still needs growing, is the one that's going to drop the person who helped get them where they're at. If my wife helped me get there, that just means my wife was the one that helped me get there. It's just that simple. I'm proud that my wife was there to help me, because anyone else, as you say all the time, anyone else is going to leave. I'm not going to sit here and deal with this shit, but she sat there. Mm-hmm. She made sure to help get me there. She had that much caring and wanted to see me do that much better, that she was like, hey, I'm going to sit here with you. Yes. I'm not getting rid of that, because what? The next person is going to be like, oh, you're a complete person. And all of a sudden something happens down the line. And all of a sudden now I got to rebuild myself back up, and that person's not going to stick around? No.
Mm-hmm. I feel that, because I think that There's I don't know, Royal, if you've seen, or Habusa, if you've seen this, but you guys know I don't want to call him an IG comedian. He's a comedian, but Desi Banks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a viral clip going around because he was on Uncle Shay Shay. He was on with Uncle Shay Shay.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about his ex-girlfriend. And how it basically I don't want to say he made it seem like anything, but you could tell reading between the lines what really happened. In short, he basically said something along the lines of that he had this relationship, they lived together, he was trying to pursue his dreams, and if y'all remember the skits that he would do in his car with B Simone and Pretty V and all this other stuff, like he was trying to pursue his thing. He didn't have a job. She basically had to hold him down and all this other stuff. They came to a point that it was just too much for her to handle. It was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. She's like, yeah, I can't do this. And he had to go back to like a friend's house or aunt's house or whatever may have you, cool, whatever, move forward. He's where he is, she is where she is. And people's background thoughts on it were like, so basically what you're trying to say is that she took care of all the bills, she took care of all the money, she took care of this, she held you down with this. You didn't have a job while trying to chase your dream. And because she couldn't financially bear to take care of you anymore, and she just had to break up with you, that you were hurt by that. Because that's basically what it read, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in his, in turn of this, it's like, I know when people say like, I want to, hold me down while I'm chasing my dream, hold me down. To me, hold me down is while I'm going to school and trying to better myself and to better my money, hold me down so you can take care of you so I can focus on school. I'm actively doing something in that term. Not saying that Jesse Banks, obviously it benefited him, but I'm not going to hold you. You was walking around apartment complexes and in a car doing skits that you could have did before work, after work. You could have worked a part-time job if that's what you wanted to get out there. But to not have a job at all in this time period and expecting someone to take up for you, and then after a certain amount of time, this is not a year or 2 year, a certain amount of time, they couldn't handle the financial brunt anymore, and they had to separate from you. Some way, somehow you spun it. I mean, there was no hurt, like no shade towards her way, but it was definitely kind of like you spun it to make it like she just couldn't believe in my pursuance of where I was gonna go. And then the comments are like, "Oh, I bet she's punching the air now. I bet she's upset because she didn't hold you down and she's missing out on the blessings." And it's just like, but she was being financially broken and probably mentally broken at the same time. Like, what was she gonna reap out of that?
Right. So the thing about it is, here's the thing. The thing about that particular situation is that when you are the sole provider, it is not only a financial burden, it's a mental burden. You know what I mean? Just like you said, Chase, it's like it's weighing the person down so much in different areas, because once you've been broken down mentally, then the physical starts to follow. And so you are sometimes in physical pain trying to maintain a situation that you're trying so hard to believe in. And you're trying so hard to, make everything work for the relationship that you're in and the person that you want to be with. But sometimes it can get to be too much. So I don't fault her for being like, okay, I can't handle it anymore. Because this type of situation is not for everybody. Sometimes you have to do what is best for yourself. And in that sense, it's not always going to be accommodating to your partner. If it's taking that much of a toll on you mentally and physically, then you got to let it go. You have to just be like, okay, I can't deal with this no more. But it depends on the person. It depends on the situation.
Yeah. And me just coming from a person who stupidly did this for years with a person who was not even my man. Once again, guys, Candace is dumb. Okay, we do shit that we're not supposed to. And
she's not dumb. She's just very giving
and gullible as fuck. There was a
big heart. That's all.
Yes, I do have a big heart, but it's one of those things where there was a point in time with this man while I was in school, and I also was working part-time, that he was able to work, able to do whatever may have you. Was he looking for work sometimes? I don't know. But you didn't have a phone? Use my phone number. I'm going to act like we're at the house. I would get phone calls. I'm in the middle of class. I'd walk out of class and be like, hi, this is blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, oh, he's not home right now. Can I get your name and number, whatever, so he call you back like with job information. I'm literally becoming your personal assistant and helping you find work so you can thrive and build and be able to move out your parents' house and do all this other stuff. You know, I am working a part-time job and I'm holding you down with meals and food and this and that and all this other stuff. You need a new jacket, here, I'll buy it for you. You need this, here, I got it for you. Like me working medial, like nothing jobs, I'm still helping you. And aiding you in what you want to do. I believe you can be great because I can see it in you. I see that in you. And I think that's the worst thing when it comes to it. The reason why people do it so much is because they can see the potential. They know it's there. It's like I wouldn't do this if I didn't see it. My love is not that great that I would still just do this for no reason. Like there has to be something in you to want to do better. And then when I see you get better and everything like that, I start taking back them restraints. And now it's like, oh, well, I need help. Well, I still need you to do this for me. I still need help with this. I still need help with that. And that you have to realize that this shit has went on for like 6-7 years. And it's like, to a point, like I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know, because I have went car payment missing and insurance missing and this and the thing just to make sure you were okay. That's not okay. When my livelihood is at stake, that's when I can no longer support you. And maybe that's what she was at. Like maybe that's what, you know, and so even taking away from the Desi Bank situation and just talking about this young lady who was talking about it, I think the way she was talking about it was in a more like, don't come to me broken because I ain't gonna fix you. Like, duh. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like we all come with our own baggage. Like that's just what it is. If you are a grown consensual adult, you have baggage. You have something. Your parent died when you were young. Your dog died. You lost a job 2 weeks ago. You're not working the career that you wanted to. You only got an associate's degree instead of a bachelor's. Like everybody has something that's on them. Or you got your bachelor's degree and you're not even working in that field. Everybody has something on them that like makes them feel like they're not a complete person. It's, are you willing to take that person and work with them through whatever they're going through? I'm not saying that I have to fix you, but are you willing to meet me halfway? Like you can still grow as two people in a relationship. And I feel like people forget that. Like just because I came to you whole, you came to me whole, doesn't mean that at some point we're not going to break. Like I need to know what helps you mend you to become a good person, and just the vice versa for me. So I don't like when people say Build-A-Bear projects or Build-A-Bear man and women, because not everybody is like that. You just have to like, there's obviously people like that, but we're talking about the greater, you know, good whatever. And I feel like to her it was like, basically, if he ain't making more than $200,000, if he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, then don't talk to me.
Even at a high value man.
Like if you don't have to pay at least $6,000 back in taxes, don't talk to me. Like that's what it gave me. Like
who even want that type? Listen, I don't even want them type of problems. Okay, you making $200,000, you got to pay $6,000. No, I don't need that. You putting me in a tax bracket that I don't feel that I'm ready for.
And people forget that, baby. When you get married to that person's everything.
Their debt, their everything.
Their everything. So if y'all are filing taxes and you have to file together when you are married, there's no more separate filings. You are married. When you file together,
you hurt yourself more of filing separately. And married.
Yes. When you file married and that person's tax bracket is like and yours is like boom. Baby, Sam don't give up.
So Sam don't care.
You gonna pay back.
All in the same tax bracket together. Matter of fact, your little bit is now his. No, yeah, nah. That y'all up here together. That's
that little 200 to maybe 500 that you were so upset about paying back. Now it's 3,000. Congratulations, you won in life, baby. Now you
or that 1,000 you got by yourself could have been 5,000 with your partner.
Could have been 5,000, but now you're not because you married into a high tax bracket.
I don't need those types of problems. I do not.
I don't need that at all. So there was I don't even think this was like a "Am I the Asshole" video, but in short, okay, story time, guys. Husband, wife. That's how I'm gonna like husband, wife, married.
Okay.
I'm trying to make this as short as possible. Husband, wife, married. Husband's ex, very cool with the family. Back in high school, is one of those exes that you kind of just get engrossed into that person's family. Doesn't matter if you stay or you go, you're just there as just a friend of the family because you were there for so long. Okay, ex from high school went into college, whatever like that. It doesn't matter at the point. She's an ex, so she's still friends with.
And you married.
Yeah, and you're married. And you're married to another bitch. You're married to another bitch. This is an ex. She's still cool with your family. She's still cool with your sister more specifically. Her mama died. Okay. Your sister's like, yo, I know this is your ex, but like this is my friend. She knows our mom. She knows our family. You know how close she was to her mother. She's going through a hard time. We need to be there to comfort her. And he's like, okay. Wife, I need to comfort my ex because her mama done died. The wife is like, yeah, not really feeling comfortable with that, but hey, her mama died, so I'm gonna let you have that one. Right. So she's like, okay, we're gonna go comfort her. Now the comfort continues. Now she's like, now you need to go on hikes. You need to go on hikes with your ex-girlfriend because her mama died. The wife is like, I thought flowers and some macaroni and cheese was enough. Why are we going on hikes? Why are we spending separate time? Like, doesn't make any sense. He's like, you're being ridiculous. This is my ex. I loved her mom. Her mom loved me. You know, her mama died. She goes, got it. Cool. But why you? Sister then goes, you know what? I'm going to plan a trip in the hills with me, my husband. Now, mind you, her husband don't go chill with her friend. Okay, while he's consoling. So let's just say that. I'm going to make a trip with me, my husband, a mutual friend of ours from high school, their husband, your ex, and then you.
Your wife is not invited.
The wife is not invited. And then the wife is like, hello, invitation, where are you? ¿Dónde está? And he's like, oh, well, babe, I just feel like, you know, there'll be some tension and we're just there to comfort her. And the wife is like, I do not like this. I do not feel comfortable. And I think your sister's doing this on purpose because your sister has really never liked me. He's like, I don't think that's true. That man still goes on the trip.
More importantly, the wife says, I don't want you to go.
That man still went snow boots everywhere in the Alps, chilling, having a great time. He comes back. His wife is totally different. Okay, she has no more love to give. She doesn't care about it. She doesn't say, now, mind you, you think that stopped him from going? He still goes to go on hikes with his ex. He still goes to get coffee with his ex because he's comforting her. Her mama died. Okay, the sister is still saying you need to go comfort her because her mama died. So now he's saying that the wife goes, oh, you're going over Emily's? Okay, cool. Are you going to do this with Emily? Okay, cool. Like, he's saying that she doesn't really care anymore. Then when an event comes up for her to go somewhere, he goes, well, why didn't you invite me? She's like, oh, because I'm bringing my nephew. I thought you was going to be busy with Emily. So there's no point. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you not? Why would that's upsetting me. Why would you not bring me and bring the nephew? Because you're going to be with Emily. Why should I care? And he's like, I just don't get this. Like, why is she acting so different?
Because you're with Emily.
Because you're with Emily. You decided to go to the Alps with Emily.
You went to the Alps.
To go on hikes with Emily.
Yeah, you're hiking. You're going to Starbucks.
With Emily. You was doing stuff with Emily.
When it came to my comfort, and when it came to my security, and when it came to my feelings, you didn't give a fuck. You was with Emily.
You was with Emily.
So why should I give a fuck now?
Your sister made a quadruple. Your sister did a group only. Couples only. What you call it? And invited Emily and you.
Not your wife.
Your sister is plotting on a divorce.
Not your wife. Not
is.
even wife. Not your sister. Not her sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
That is your sister plotting on a divorce.
Another important part to remember about this story is that Emily, which is what we're calling the ex, decided to tell the husband that she still had feelings for him before her mama passed away.
Oh.
But he said, I'm married now. I would prefer it if we stayed friends. First of all, if you have confessed your love for my husband, y'all not friends. You understand? Y'all not friends.
There's nothing platonic.
No friendship. There's no friendship.
Platonic.
There's no friendship. There's no friend. You know what? It was nice to see you again, Emily. Get the fuck on. He'll see you at the next high school reunion. That is pretty much it. That is the end of y'all's relationship.
I always wanted to know when people write this, right? When people write, am I the assholes? When people write these adversity-like things and they submit it in, do they ever, because you know when you read something and then you think about something and then
Steve Harvey's, what are they? The Scarlet Letters or something like that?
Yeah. The Strawberry Letters. The Strawberry Letters. And you write it down, right? You read it back to ensure there's no grammatical mistakes or you're saying everything completely right. So how is it when you read it back, you don't go,
you know what?
Maybe I am the asshole.
Maybe I am.
Maybe I don't need this person advice. You know, you're right. I'm fucked up.
Sometimes people need to hear a different voice doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure when they hear the episodes back and they're watching them, they probably go,
oh, damn.
You know what they're saying makes kind of sense. Yep.
It's like another one I saw where this the husband kicked the wife out because the wife punched his mother in the face, and his mother had hit her first, so she was kind of like defending herself, but he chose to put her out. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And it's like the shit that kills me is that these men go on here. Well, these people, because it's also women who put this stuff out here. But the people go on there and they're looking for validation for the decision that they made. Like they want somebody to say, "Oh no, that's perfectly normal." It's not. It's not normal. It's not normal for you to go on hikes with Emily and then go on a couples retreat with her and, choose her over your wife every single time. It's not.
Because, you're consoling her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you fucking?
I get what you're saying, genocide, but I'm saying in the prospect of people like this. Now, there are people who are like, am I the asshole because I didn't invite my sister to my wedding? And at the end, it says that before she got engaged, she's been told her sister, I never want kids at my wedding. I don't want kids at my wedding. She ends up getting engaged. She's starting to plan it. She keeps repeating, I don't want kids at my wedding. I don't want my kids at my wedding. She has 2 nephews. Her sister's like, okay, but where are my kids going to go? I don't have a babysitter. She's like, baby, the wedding is in a year. You literally have all the time to figure it out. And she keeps saying, don't have no kids at my wedding, no kids at my wedding. On the invites, it says no kids at my wedding. On the reminders, no kids at my wedding. Don't have no kids at my wedding. Day of wedding. Yeah, I couldn't find a babysitter, so the kids are coming to the wedding.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
That's what I'm talking about. Those ones, yes. Those are deserve clarity. This, I feel like he talks to any of his people at any form, they're gonna just, I'm sure the people that he went on the group with, I'm sure his sister's husband, his brother-in-law sees that it's wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
As a wife, you have to ask yourself, what are the sleeping arrangements? Is my husband sleeping with this woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the dynamic? What's happening?
Why are you on this trip without me?
Mm-hmm. That's the first question. Why are you not even why are you on this trip without me? Why did you think that it was okay to say it was? Why do you think it was okay to go? Why did you think it was okay to bring this to my attention? What you should have said was, my crazy ass sister decided to book a vacation for the 6 of us without including you. It's a couples trip, but she sent the ex, and I told her she was crazy. That's what the conversation should have been.
And my thing is this: if she's my ex, and that's your friend, because that's what happens, your sibling brings a person around. I mean, my brother and sister is like that. My brother has an ex that my sister's very cool friends with, like, and he respects it. Like, okay, it is what it is. I don't, you know, what it is, and the ex understands it, but she's still cool. Whereas I still talk to her from time to time. So it is what it is. You get close to a person's relationship, like it's fine, right? But here's the thing: if you are her friend, because that's, you know, because she's my ex, you're my sister, and this friend that you have going with you and her husband are there because she was also friends with her, because we were all friends in high school, strictly friends. Why do I need to be there to also be there in the consoling of her?
Right.
I've already went on these hikes with her. I've already went to Starbucks with her. I've already like been there for her. Why do I now need to go on a getaway ski trip?
Oh, because you've never been skiing, and she wants you to be there to help make sure she doesn't fall. And
she feels very close to you, and she really wants you to be there. You know, you've been consoling her all this time. If you could just come, absolutely not. Why don't you have your husband console her? How about that?
That's exactly what I said earlier. If that's the thing, even if your husband doesn't know her like that, why don't he go over there and hang out with her for a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what we typically do. If we can't do it, we send our spouses in our places, right? To just, can you go do this really quick in my name because I can't make it? Can you blah, 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 blah in my name because I can't make it? Just make an appearance, say, hey, they're like really busy. Sorry. She just wanted me to come. You know, you still send somebody in your place.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't your husband do that?
Why you do that? Why I got to do it? Why my husband got to do it?
I mean, necessity. Our last little blip for the next couple of minutes is a very short conversation because nobody wants to talk about it. Nope. Having sex conversations with our adults, with our parents. Let's just say this weekend I have heard two things come out of adult people to me, and I wish I could unhear it.
Oh no.
So I'm not gonna say too much on what was said, but just let it be known it was something that I am scarred. So
forever. Deeply, I understand.
You know, so like, when do you start becoming an actual adult? Like,
when your parents are seeing you as an adult and no longer their baby?
Never.
No, never. I don't ever. No.
You want to know why I say never? Because I don't want to have those fucking conversations. My parents have already attempted to have several conversations with me. And when I tell you, I have been deeply, deeply emotionally scarred by this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the stuff that it comes out of my father's mouth, it makes me cringe. It like cringe down all the way deep to the pit of my very being, soul existence. And then, like, my mom wants to talk about sex, and I had to set boundaries. Like, never. Okay, listen. As far as I'm concerned, all three of your kids were had by immaculate conception, and you are still a virgin. I don't want to hear because, and this is why. Because as a child, the topic of sex was very taboo. Don't try to change that shit up now that I'm in my 30s. You understand? It is still taboo.
Exactly. Do not switch the game up now. Like, please don't do that. Like, if we gonna keep this a thing, keep it a thing. Call a spade and keep it. Just keep it. Like, don't, just because I'm adult now, don't, like, just if you hear me say, all right, yo, I'm going, I'll be back. Just know whatever I did outside the house, once I came back in and I was still a whole person, there's nothing you need to know what happened in between that time. You don't need to know what's happening. As long as no hurt, harm, or danger came towards me in between the time I left out the house and I came in out, there must be no questions. If you're coming over my house, don't be going to my bedroom trying to fight. Mind your business. Okay? Let's not talk about nothing. Like, let's just keep some things to ourselves. Okay? It's not even about no gross thing or nothing. It's just like, nah, you wasn't allowing that when I was younger. Don't.
So why we trying to talk about it?
Yeah, like, you guys remember that scene from? I think I talked about it here.
Hey, keep all of that shit to yourself. Okay,
y'all remember that scene from This Christmas? And Kelly was upstairs and she was stressing and she was looking for batteries or whatever like that. And the mother was like, oh, the batteries are in this drawer. And she goes, how you know I was looking for batteries? She was like, girl, you need some batteries or something like that. Like, cause you saw one like a vibrator or something like that. I told my mother said something about it and I laughed. My mother was like, hey, what you laughing about that for? Like, what you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
it's like
if 12 years ago you didn't you scrounge your face, don't be saying nothing to me now.
Don't say nothing now.
Don't say nothing. You missed that chance. You missed it. If my whole life I felt uncomfortable about talking, thinking, whatever, don't be free about me now. Don't be free around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you missed that grand mark of opportunity. I'm straight.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, I am still a kid. We still in the 90s, and we don't talk about this shit no more. We don't talk about this shit. Okay, we don't have these conversations. No, thank you. Keep all of that shit over there to yourself. I don't need to know nothing.
Shit, I saw a blue chew around one of my family members one time, and I was like,
"Nope, that's it."
No, put that away. Like, and they had to tell me, grow up.
I can do you one better. Finding my father's
when I was I don't care who you. I don't care if you're my cousin from 3. But I don't want to know nothing about you. You know, the only time I want to know that she was hunching when there's a baby coming.
That's it. That's the only time I want to know.
That's the only time I want to know.
And matter of fact, I don't even want to know then. I just know that there was an end result.
There's an end result. That's it. Don't talk to me about nothing else. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about different positions. I don't want to talk about different things that this, that, and the third. I don't want to talk about nothing with you. If we share DNA,
I said it. Okay.
Keep your lips tight. I don't want to hear about nothing.
And listen, and the only person that I can actually talk to about sex that I am directly related to is my sister. And then we always talk around it. We don't talk about the actual act or no shit like that. Like, we talk about specific, like little particular details. We don't talk. Me and my sister have a pact, okay? When we're talking about sex, we don't say no husbands' names, okay? Because we know each other's husbands and we related to them. We know this is our family. So when we talk about sex, we're making believe that your husband does not exist.
I can't walk up to my sister like, you ever been swallowed?
What the fuck?
Bro, there's like a limit, y'all. There's a limit, mind you. Now, mind y'all know, obviously we have this podcast, right? So I understand that you guys are watching this like you're literally called the Kinkazoid podcast. You literally talk about nothing but sex, but you're telling me you can't have a sexual conversation with your parents, with your mothers, or your sister. No, because you know why? Just like in sex, everything has a limit. There's limits to everything.
That is a hard one for me.
So we have hardcore limits. Can you imagine like you walking up to your sister and be like, so last night, me and my man, I swallowed that nut crazy.
Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely.
And then your sister's looking at him like this. I ain't sitting on no couch. Because you know why? And you know why?
Hear nothing with me?
Yes.
I don't need to.
And you know why? Because I forgot what show it was. I forgot what show it was. It was something. And they're over the house. Let's just say it was a Valentine's Day thing. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a girls' talk. Like, it was a girls' thingy, right? And they're all sitting in the living room. It's the living room that Royal got in her background right now, right? And they're sitting there, and they're at the woman's house, okay? They're at the woman's house who's telling the story. And she's like, I remember just one night I came home, and he had like all these flowers and these rose petals all around the room. And girl, we couldn't even wait to get to the bedroom. I took that man down on that couch and I just did him like this and like that and like this. And the girls are sitting there like, okay, then sis. And then they go,
hold on.
On this couch?
On this couch?
They got up so fast. She's like, why y'all did that? She's like, oh, grow up. She goes, girl, you got your man stuff on my clothes. Like, what is going on? Like, it was hilarious. It was funny, but it was like, chill out.
That's literally it. You can't tell. Listen, and then Dream, you can say grow up all you want to. Okay, in this situation, in my parents' house, I'm not grown. You understand? I'm still a child. Don't come at me with none of that shit.
Okay, y'all, we gotta cancel the show. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the Kinkazoid podcast. You can find me here every single Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. anytime on YouTube, along with these two lovely people. You can also find me on Tuesdays now, the tap in on Spark FM Online, best for urban and Caribbean music from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Thursday with my main man Dukes and on the Vault with Chase and Duke at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow me on TikTok at c.haayesInc and also on Instagram at Candy Taste Sweet. The title just reads itself.
You guys can find me here, of course, as Chase said, on Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me on TikTok or IG as Royal_KP. Starting sometime soon, maybe. I don't know. Hubducer knows the answer to this. We'll be starting back up with these podcasts on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific.
It's your boy Hubducer, aka Mr. Aftercare, aka Dragon Chills here. God, that's a lot going on. Right, I'm trying to tell you, but nonetheless, catch me here Sunday nights with my lovely co-host right here. Our podcast on Tuesday night, we're working on trying to figure out when we can do it. We're kind of waiting for the industry to start catching back up with movies and things starting to release. So it's been kind of slow, sprinkling of movies here and there, but we're going to start getting it back up there soon.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, ladies.
Thank you all so much for being a part of this podcast and seeing us through. We are about to hit our 3-year anniversary coming up in April or May. In April. So that is exciting. So yeah,
we're gonna have to figure out a special show for that.
We're going to have to figure out a special show. We definitely are.
Maybe get Candace down here from Boston.
That is very soon to be planning trips.
Yeah, stuff. I mean, a trip to Maryland, honestly, in a weekend turn is pretty cheap, but it's
still a lot. Like traveling at all is still a lot now.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Titters!
And the titties.